Assalamu alaikum everyone, and welcome back to Learn to Read Qur'an. And so today, in today's class, we're going to build on from what we did in last time's lesson. So last time's lesson, we were speaking about doubling the fatha, the a vowel, where it turned from an a to an n. And if you've not seen that, please do have a look at that class first, because as I said, we're going to build on, and we're going to now look at the practice page of learning how this doubling of the fatha works. So this is the double fatha, isn't it? And we see it sat there above the letter, and we do see an alif next to it, but we know that we ignore that and we don't actually take account of that in the pronunciation. So as with usual with these exercise pages, I will read through them slowly for you to be able to copy and pronounce as you go along. And if there's anything I think that needs pointing out, I will do so, inshallah. So let's start. Bismillah. We've got ru, su, lan. So this was ra with a damma that gave me ru. This was seen with the damma that gave me su. Now this is lam with two fathas that gives me lan. This thing here is the alif. So sometimes you can see the alif looking like that with the lam, and it only happens with the lam. It sort of headbutts it, sort of in its stomach here. It comes this way at a diagonal. Let's move on. We've got ba, ba, on. So again, we know that theoretically we're going to just pretend that that alif isn't there. It doesn't take part in the pronunciation. Ka, the, ben. A, si, fan. We're here on line 2. Ma, tha, lan. So again, we've got the lam with the two fathas to give me lan, and this alif that's at this diagonal, I'm ignoring it in pronunciation. Ku, fu, wan. Ma, ra, han. Hopefully you remember that ra with fatha is thick and heavy. This is why we've got ma, ra, the ah noise that goes with the thick, heavy sounds on letters, and then han. Okay. Ra, ju, lan. And we've got another one of those lam alif combinations that hopefully you're used to seeing now. This is the third time we've seen it. Line 3. Sha, ta, ton. Ju, na, fan. A, ba, dan. Hopefully you're getting used to how this works now. Wa, su, ru, run. Let's keep going. On line 4. Ra, ra, dan. And again, hopefully you'll have remembered that this letter ra is thick and heavy. Ba, la, dan. Just as a point, make sure that you can see that this is lam and not an alif. Ki, sa, fan. A, ha, dan. Line 5. Ju, ru, zan. I, then. A, ma, lan. Za, la, on. Line 6. A, جبن ولدن سببا هزوا line 7 حسنا نزولا. Okay, so let's stop here. We have another way of seeing a lam alif. This is the lam, and there's the two fathas above, so that's what's given me the len noise. Oh, what have I pressed? I've gone somewhere I shouldn't. Let me go back to where I should. There we go. So we were on this word here on nuzulan, and I was just showing you that the lam is this first one with the two fathas. This one at the diagonal is the alif, and that's the one that we're going to ignore. So nuzulan. So lam alif can look like this crossed over one that we're looking at the moment, where we've got the lam here, and then the other one is the alif. Up here, if we look at this word, this shows us the other way that we've seen lam alif. Lam sort of looking a bit bigger and more independent, and the alif sort of headbutting it in its stomach. So those are the two ways you can see the lam alif written together. We'll carry on. We're still on line 7. غَدًا عُرُبًا. The final line here, line 8. قَصَصًا. Two fathas. Can you see? They're not directly one on top of the other. For example, like they are here. This is one on top of the other. It's sort of stacked one on top of the other. This one here, it's a bit like it's sort of slipped one past the other. And that's not a misprint, amazingly, it's not. But actually this can be the way that two fathas will present themselves in the Qur'an. And is it just random? No, it isn't. There is a reason why sometimes the two fathas look stacked, like this one, or this one, or this one, or all the ones you've seen from lines 1 to 7. And there is a reason why sometimes you see the fathas looking like they're sliding, like they do on all of these words here on line 8. What's the reason? I've said there's a reason. What is the reason? Well, I'm afraid you're going to have to complete this course to find out, because I'm not going to tell you at the moment, not just because I'm mean. I can be sometimes, but not because I'm mean. It's because if I give you too much at the moment, it will be too much to handle. It's better just to accept this as I tell you, and just accept that you can see the tanween of fathas either stacked or looking like they're sliding, and both times you pronounce them the same. So son, that first word on line 8. Thamanan, malikan, rohaqan. So you can see actually that even with these sliding fathas, these two sliding fathas, the tanween of fatha that's sliding, it makes no difference to the sound. I'm still pronouncing it exactly as two fathas, the n noise. As to why there's a difference in the way they present themselves, like I say, a lot further down the line on this course, we will cover it, but a lot further down on the line on this course, we will be explaining and learning why there is a difference. So if nothing else, do complete the course just so you can find out why there is that reason why you see the fathas presenting themselves in different ways. But anyway, I'll see you next time, inshallah. Keep on practicing, and assalamu alaikum.